Revenge is a game of chess. Only the cold-hearted become the queen. Catherine gasped, breaking out in cold sweat. Her eyes were tightly shut, but slowly she heard the door click shut. She opened her eyes and realized it was a different room door. Only then did she clutch her chest and release a deep sigh of relief. She continued scrolling through the documents. Financial records, hidden accounts, and transfers were made through shell companies. She had enough illegal documents to put Sullivan behind bars for life. A wide smile with a flicker of joy exploded across her face. She scanned the flash drive using Sullivan's laptop, which was always left on the desk in the study. Her stomach churned. It contained offshore accounts, laundered money, and falsified mergers, including that of her father's empire. These were the exact proofs she was looking for. She shoved the flash drive into her pocket, carefully wrapped the documents inside the folder, and placed them in the safe before heading back to the bedroom. By morning, Catherine wrapped herself up, pretending to be feeling feverish when Sullivan insisted on taking her to the hospital. She declined, assuring him she only needed to rest and she would feel better. She kissed a peck on his cheek before turning to the left side of the bed. A faint curl of smiles played on her face as she closed her eyes. He didn't know that behind her sensual touch she had already dug his grave. After Sullivan went to work, Catherine swung into action. She grabbed her car key and drove out. After some distance, she started feeling lightheaded and decided to stop by a coffee shop to relax before continuing her journey to the Federal Bureau of Investigation office to tender the incriminating flash drive. She strolled inside and ordered a cup of cappuccino. The place was almost empty except for a barista cleaning the counter and an aged man sitting in the corner. Catherine didn't notice the old man until he flipped his head toward her direction. Her heart paused. It was a familiar face, Mr. Harry Whitmore, her father's business associate. They exchanged pleasantries as Mr. Whitmore came to join her at her table and as they reminisced on the past. He slipped, letting out an unexpected information. "So sorry about your father." "It's quite unfortunate. Sullivan had to take the fall." Catherine frowned. "How do you mean?" The man glanced around, making sure no one was listening. He leaned in much closer, whispering, "He was only a decoy." Catherine gasped. Guilt bubbled inside her. Sullivan was only a diversion used by the main culprit to shift attention from himself. But before she could ask Mr. Whitmore who the real culprit was, his driver walked in, and he had to go. She drove back to the penthouse, and by the time she entered inside, Sullivan's voice rumbled from behind. "Catherine Elena Walter." She froze. No one calls her that except her mother, and for Sullivan to know the name, it only meant he knew who she was right from the onset.